How you guys doing? We'll be reading my personal part in the Bible. We're in Zechariah chapter 7. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay. A call for justice and mercy. 7. In the 4th year of King Darius, the word of the Lord came to Zechariah on the 4th day of the 9th month, which is Kislev. Now, the people of Bethel had sent Shadezar and Regem-Melech and their men to entreat the favor of the Lord, saying to the priests of the house of the Lord of hosts and the prophets, should I weep and abstain in the fifth month, as I have done for so many years? Then the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying to all the people of the land and the priests, when you fasted and mourned in the 5th month and in the 7th, for these 70 years it was for me that you fasted. And when you eat, and when you drink, do not eat. Do you not eat for yourself and drink for yourselves? Were not these the words of the Lord proclaimed by the former prophet when Jerusalem was inhabited and prosperous, with their cities around her, and the south of the lowland were inhabited? And the word of the Lord came to Zechariah, saying, thus say the Lord of hosts, render your true judgment, show kindness and mercy to one another. Do not oppress the widow, the fatherless, the sojourner, or the poor, and let none of your devices evil against another in your heart. But they refused to pay attention and turned a stubborn shoulder and stopped their ears that they might not hear. They made their hearts diamond hard, lest they should hear the law and the word of the Lord of hosts. He sent by his spirit, though the former prophet. Therefore great anger came from the Lord of hosts as I called, and they would not hear. So they called, and I will not hear, saith the Lord of hosts, and I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations that they had not known. Thus the land they left was desolated, so that no one went into to and fro, and the pleasant land was made desolate. Chapter 8. The coming peace and prosperity of Zion. The word of the Lord of hosts came, saying, thus say the Lord of hosts, I am jealous of Zion with great jealousy. I am jealous for her with great wrath. Thus say the Lord, I have returned to Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem shall be called the faithful city, and the mountains of the Lord of hosts and the holy mountains. Thus say the Lord of hosts, old men and old women shall again sit in the streets of Jerusalem, which each with his staff in hands because of great age. And the street of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in its streets. Thus say the Lord of hosts, it is marvelous in the sight of remnants of this people in those days, should it also be marvelous in my sight, declares the Lord of hosts. Thus say the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, and I will bring them to dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God in faithfulness and in righteousness. Thus say the Lord of hosts, let your hands be strong. You who is in the days have been hearing these words from the mouth of the prophets who were present on the days of the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. But before those days there was no wage for man or any wage for beasts, neither was there any safety from the foe for him who went out or came in. For I sent every man against his neighbor. But now I will deal with the remnants of the people, as in the former days, declares the Lord of hosts. For there shall be a sowing of peace. The vine shall give its fruit, and the ground shall give its produce, and the heavens shall give their due. I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. And as you have been a byword of cursing among the nations, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you. and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. For thus say the Lord of hosts, as I possess, as I purpose to bring disaster to you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, I did not relent, say the Lord of hosts. So again have I proposed in these days to bring good to Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear not, these are the things that you shall do. Speak the truth to one another. Render in your gates judgment that are true, and make for peace. Do not devise evil in your hearts against one another, and love no false oath. For all these things I hate, declares the Lord. And the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th shall be to the house of Judah seasons of joy and gladness and cheerful feasts. Therefore love, truth, and peace. Thus say the Lord of hosts, people shall yet come, even the inhabitants of many cities. The inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go at once to entreat the favor of the Lord, and to seek the Lord of hosts. I myself am going. Many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem, and to entreat the favor of the Lord. Thus say the Lord of hosts, in those days 10 men from the nations of every tongue shall take hold of the robes of a Jew, saying, Let us go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. This is the last chapter of the day. Judgment on Israel enemies. 9. The oracle of the word of the Lord is against the land of Hadrach and Damascus and its resting place. For the Lord has an eye on mankind and all the tribes of Israel, and on Hamath also, which borders on it, Tyre and Sidon, though they are very wise. Tyre was built herself a rampart, and heaped up silver like dust, and fine gold like the mud of the streets. But behold, the Lord will strip her of her possessions, and strike down her power of the sea, and she shall be devoured by fire. Ashkelon shall see it, and be afraid. Gaza too, and shall wither in anguish. Ekron also, because its hopes are confounded. The king shall perish from Gaza. Ashkelon shall be uninhabited. A mixed people shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of Philistia. I will take away its blood from its mouth, and abominations from between its teeth. Its two shall be a remnant for our God. It shall be like a clan in Judah, and Ekron shall be like the Jebusites. Then I will encamp at my house as a guard, so that none shall march to and fro. No oppressor shall again march over them. For now I see with my own eyes the coming King of Zion. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your King is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. I will cut off the chariots from Ephraim, and the war horse from Jerusalem. And the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace to the nation. His rule shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. As for you, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will set your prisoners free from the waterless pit. Return to your stronghold, O prisoner of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double. For I have bent Judah as my bow. I have made Ephraim its arrow. I will stir up your son Zion. Okay, we're so long. I will stir up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece, and wield you like a warrior's swords. The Lord will save his people. Then the Lord will appear over them, and his arrow will go forth like a lightning. The Lord God will sound the trumpets, and will march forth in the whirlwinds of the south. The Lord of hosts will protect them, and they shall devour and tread down the sling stones, and they shall drink and roar as if drunk with wine, and be full like a bowl, drenched like the corners of the altar. On the day of the Lord their God will save them, as the flock of his people. For like the jewels of a crown, they shall shine on his land. For how great is his goodness, and how great his beauty. Grain shall make the young man flourish, and new wine the young woman. That was chapter 9. We will be finishing up this chapter, chapter 10 and chapter 11, and we will be on chapter 12. But I'm gonna try to just finish it, and yeah, we'll be in the last book. Yeah, it'll be the last book, and it's only 3 chapters, I think, or 4, and we'll finish that too. So these next videos are gonna be the last 2 videos that I'm gonna be in the Old Testament for now, for my personal part. And then we'll eventually be here again when we finish the series of Genesis to Revelation. I know it's not in order. That's definitely not in order. And I'm also doing this not in order. But I don't know. I just felt like doing it like this. But yeah, very beautiful books about salvation, about the king and a donkey. Peep that. And yeah. God loving us and will fight for us. It's really great chapters there. So yeah, we just read all of that, and we'll read chapter 10, chapter 11, chapter 12, 13, and 14. They're very short. It's only like, honestly, it's 1, 2, 3 pages long. It's not going to be that long. The chapters are very short compared to Genesis and all that. But yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you for all the little new viewers I have. That's crazy that I even have viewers. But yeah, I mean, I hope I could grow this more and more people could actually read this. And like, I prayed that at least one person is like, you know what, I'm actually trying to read the Bible. Let me read it my own part. And yeah. God bless. Stay safe. Walk by faith, not by sight. Have a blessed day. Amen.